Imagine looking up at the sky over Colombia and witnessing the impossible. A metallic manta ray-shaped craft overtaking a commercial pilot at 12,500 feet. Silent. Are these secret military prototypes, interdimensional visitors, or the long-awaited proof of extraterrestrial contact? In this video, we examine all frame by frame, exposing the undeniable patterns, the expert testimonies, and the shocking silence of crafts that move like nothing on Earth. So stay tuned, because by the end, you will never look up at sky the same way again. Picture this: you're a commercial pilot, cruising at a staggering 12,500 feet above the lush, green landscapes of Antioquia, Colombia. The sky is a brilliant blue, the views are breathtaking, and everything about the day is perfectly routine. That was the reality for Colombian pilot Jorge Arteaga on May 12, 2022, until a fleeting moment transformed his ordinary flight into one of the most talked about UFO events in modern history. What he captured on his cell phone that day has since been hailed by many as the best UFO footage ever, sparking a global firestorm of debate that shows no signs of dying down. This video, which resurfaced and went massively viral in early 2026, isn't just another blurry, pixelated light in the sky. It's a crystal-clear recording of an object that defies easy explanation, and it has the entire world, from veteran pilots to famous podcasters like Joe Rogan, asking one simple, yet profound question: what in the world is that? The footage itself is nothing short of astonishing. As Arteaga's aircraft soars through the sky, the camera captures the plane's propeller and the wing, a familiar and grounding sight. Then, out of the blue, an object appears. It's not a distant speck, it's close, passing with alarming speed right next to the aircraft. The UFO is described as a metallic grey, with a smooth, almost seamless texture. Its shape is the most striking feature of all, bearing an uncanny resemblance to a manta ray, with distinct, curved edges that glide through the air with an eerie grace. Witnesses and experts who have analyzed the clip note that this manta ray-shaped craft appears to be flying belly up, adding another layer of peculiarity to its movements. The object doesn't just fly past, it's moving at an incredible clip. Pilot Arteaga himself stated that his aircraft was traveling at approximately 150 knots, or 300 kilometers per hour, when the object overtook him with unnerving ease. In the video, the UFO seems to almost materialize from the blue, its silver, disc-like or oval form reflecting the sunlight as it makes a close pass. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated high strangeness, captured in high definition and leaving no room for the usual excuses of poor quality or bad lighting. The clarity of the video is precisely why it has become the gold standard for UFO evidence, in the eyes of many enthusiasts. The man behind the lens, Jorge Arteaga, is not some anonymous internet user posting a hoax. He is a seasoned commercial pilot, a professional whose entire career is built on understanding the skies, identifying aircraft, and maintaining safety. This is perhaps the most compelling aspect of the entire incident. The Eyewitness is an expert. Arteaga has been unequivocal in his statements about what he saw, insisting that the object was not a drone, not a weather balloon, and not any type of aircraft known to him. In an interview with famed Mexican ufologist Jamie Maussan, Arteaga detailed the encounter, explaining that he and his co-pilot, Daniel, first spotted the object hovering stationary in the air, between Medellin and Santa Fe de Antioquia. He described a surreal sequence of events. After seeing it, they turned the plane around to get a closer look and record it. As they approached, the object began to move, accelerating rapidly towards his aircraft. Arteaga even admitted to feeling a sense of fear when the UFO started moving directly toward him. His professional assessment was damning for skeptics. He ruled out a balloon, stating that the aircraft's wake or a stellar would have easily blown a balloon out of its position. He also pointed to the extreme conditions at 12,500 feet, temperatures near 5 degrees Celsius, as making a solar or helium balloon highly unlikely. For Arteaga, this was something genuinely anomalous, a true unidentified anomalous phenomenon, UAP. The authenticity of the video has been a central point of discussion, with major figures and organizations weighing in on both sides. The video received a significant boost in credibility when it was reviewed and confirmed as authentic by prominent figures in the UFO community. Jamie Maussan, a well-known ufologist, interviewed Arteaga, and publicly declared the footage to be one of the most important pieces of UAP evidence ever captured. Even more compelling was the involvement of retired Navy pilot Lieutenant Ryan Graves, a former FA-18 pilot who has become a leading voice on UAPs after his own encounters. Graves reviewed the footage alongside Mawson and concluded that the object was a genuine UAP anomalous object. This kind of expert validation from a military pilot adds a powerful layer of legitimacy that most UFO videos simply lack. The buzz even reached the ears of Joe Rogan, who discussed the clip on his massively popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. Rogan, a self-proclaimed enthusiast of the unexplained, was utterly captivated, describing the object as looking very distinct and admitting that even after multiple viewings, he couldn't come up with a solid explanation. He was convinced the footage was authentic, adding his powerful voice to the chorus of believers. However, for every expert who sees definitive proof of the extraordinary, there is another who offers a far more mundane explanation, and the video has certainly not been without its skeptics. The most popular counter-theory is that the object is nothing more than a mylar balloon. Some have pointed to a specific type of balloon manufactured by the German company Festo, which is shaped like a manta ray. The argument is that from the perspective of a fast-moving aircraft, a slow-moving balloon could appear to be zipping past at incredible speed. This optical illusion, combined with the reflective properties of a metallic mylar surface, could easily create the appearance of a high-speed, metallic craft. This theory was put forward by experts like Professor Julian Mauricio Arenas, CEO of Cipsela and co-founder of the aerospace engineering program at the UDA, who stated with confidence that the object was a balloon. Skeptics also point to the fact that the video is short, the object is only visible for a few seconds, and that no definitive shape can be agreed upon, with descriptions ranging from disc-shaped to manta ray to simply oval. The debate, therefore, becomes a classic clash between those who trust the expert testimony of the pilot, who was there, and those who rely on the skeptical analysis of experts who were not. The Jorge Arteaga UFO footage is more than just a viral video. It is a fascinating case study in how we perceive, analyze, and debate the unexplained in the modern age. It has all the ingredients for a legendary story: a credible, professional eyewitness, incredibly clear, high-quality footage, the endorsement of prominent ufologists and even a former military pilot, and a compelling, visually striking object that defies immediate identification. Yet, it also has a plausible, if controversial, counter-narrative involving balloons and optical illusions. The video reignited a global conversation about what might be flying in our skies, forcing both believers and skeptics to confront evidence that is both tantalizingly clear and frustratingly ambiguous. One thing is for certain: the image of that metallic, manta ray-shaped object cutting through the crisp Colombian air at 12,500 feet will linger in the minds of everyone who watches it.